Good day! Good day everyone. I am Christian Menchavez of BSIA 2A and I will be presenting my oral synthesis about the two topics, namely virtue ethics Aristotle and justice and fairness of John Rawls, following the guide questions given. Thank you. The virtue ethics is a wide term for speculations that underline the part of character and uprightness in a good way of thinking as opposed to either performing one's responsibility or acting to achieve great outcomes. The emphasis of virtue ethics is on the virtues themselves. Kung unsa ang moral character nga gipakita. Aristotle also started the concept of telos. Ang telos is understanding the ultimate goal of man, and this goal is his self-realization. There are three natures to further understand the concept of human nature. First, the vegetative or physical nature of man. Like man, animals, and plants also have this nature. This is described as the ability of living thing to grow and develop. Second, the sensitive nature of man. Like animals, man also has senses. And the third one, the rational nature of man. We have different kind of perspectives of happiness. Example is the acquisition of material wealth. For instance, uban na to ilang happiness is mga butang nga na-achieve nila sa ilang kinabuhi. Mga butang gipangandoy nga ilang nakuha, ilang mga naipundar, pursuit of honor, mga na-achieve sa kinabuhi. Satisfaction of bodily pleasure. These are the kinds of happiness, but for me, happiness is within us. Nasa itong magalingon ng tinood nga happiness. Because if I will try to become contented of what I have and cherish everything that matters to me and be thankful of what blessings God gave, it is the time that I can reflect and realize that I don't need something just to be happy. Because happiness lies within us, or the key of happiness is how we perceive it, and that is happiness for me. Justice as fairness is Rawls' theory. Justice for a liberal society. As a member of the family of liberal political conceptions of justice, it provides a framework for the legitimate use of political power. Yet, legitimacy is only the minimal standard of moral acceptability. A political order can be legitimate without being just. Justice sets maximal standard, the arrangement of social institutions that is moral best. Rawls constructs justice as fairness, around specific interpretation of the ideas that citizens are free and equal and that society should be fair. He sees it as resolving the tensions between the ideas of freedom and equality, which have been highlighted both by the socialist critic of liberal democracy and by the conservative critique of the modern welfare state. Rawls holds that justice as fairness is the most egalitarian and also the most plausible interpretation of this fundamental concept of liberalism. He also argues that justice as fairness provides a superior understanding of justice to that of the dominant tradition in modern political thought of utilitarianism. Justice and Fairness by John Rawls. For me, is that freedom and equality of the society should be fair, and in knowing our rights and duties that ikaw sa imong galingon nga you are improving, and that improvement kay walay negative na impact towards others. Then it means that justice exists. Dapat sa usa ka komunidad must have the fair judgment because it is the way to resolve tensions between these two. Each one of us possesses a freedom of justice. Even a welfare society cannot do anything because we have the right. It is the main reason that make us feel secured, and because of this statement, it has a big role of the virtue of the society. It brings us harmonious and ideal society. Aside from taxation, lifetime imprisonment is one of the examples of Philippine governance that applied justice and fairness. When committing a crime, there is a consequences along within it. So, Philippine governance take action, for example. Si Chico nakapatay og tao, so he will be charged in Republic Act number 7659. That states that any person who not falling within the provision of Article 246 shall kill another, shall be guilty of murder, and shall be punished by reclusion perpetua to death. It is for the justice of the victims of the family. Thank you everyone. Goodbye, and I hope you have learned something in this video. Thank you. Thank you, Oy.